Hello, beauties. Happy Monday. Welcome back to Hugs and Honey. I am Ariane. Good to see you today. And I hope that you had a wonderful weekend and that your week is off to a great start. It is August 8th, 8/8, which is also known as Lionsgate today, astrologically. So it's kind of a powerful day energetically. And it's also called the Hero's Gate. And basically, just to kind of think about it, like just an overview, you can actually look it up and look at a lot of people have done like readings and different things about Lionsgate 8/8, which also is the infinity symbol, right? When you put it on its side. And it's a portal, they say. It opens up, it's an open portal for energy to come in. But really what the most important part, just to summarize, is to go within yourself and to find that balance between masculine and feminine. It's a powerful masculine, sacred masculine energy. And with the lion being Leo, and Leo representing men, males. And so anyways, it's about going within and learning how to balance your inner masculine and feminine. And so I listened to, what's her name? The Moon Woman, I think, is the one I listened to this morning. And she had a really fascinating take on the whole situation. So anyways, just wanted to share that with you today in case you're inclined to do a little research and learn more about that. And to just, kind of go within and it's about focusing within. So anyway, so we'll see what we pull today. She referenced the World card, which is the last card of the major arcana in the tarot. And so we'll see what we get today to see if it somehow aligns with this day. And on that note, let me know where you are watching from, where you are tuning in from today. When you do that, we basically put a little point on the map for you, and we create our virtual network across the globe, reminding ourselves that we're not alone and that we are all walking this path together, this royal path, this human experience that we're having. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. And so it's learning how to deal with our spiritness and being human. So like, how can our spirits maximize our experience of being human? And so first of all, we have to recognize that we have spirits, right? And that they're inside of us, and that's our driving force. That's like the little voice inside of us that sort of tells us where to go and what to do. And so we have to acknowledge that. And when we start to pay attention to our spirits, then we can hear the messaging a lot better because we're sort of tuning in to that little subtle energy, that little voice that is like our internal GPS system, our intuition, our inner guidance. So that's why we are here today. Tarot actually is helping us with divine messaging if we are open and receptive to it. And so when we pull a card every day, we are pulling a card for us all, something that we can all share and relate to. And the intention of the card is, the question is, what do we need to pay attention to today on Monday, 8/8/2022? Lots of good numbers today. Very auspicious day. And so what would be good for us all to pay attention to, or know, or recognize, or be reminded of, or validated by, or warned? Because with the light comes the shadow. And so, and everyone has both, okay? We always have both inside of us all. So the journey of life is to kind of shine a light on some of those shadows so that they become light-filled little corners, little nooks inside of us, and they get healed as opposed to staying dark. So the goal is to heal our little nooks and crannies that we have inside of us that are the shadows that sometimes can feel very overwhelming and like they are clouding our vision of everything. So anyway, so that is our intention for today. What do we need to be reminded of or think about today on 8/8/2022? Interesting. Okay, so we are going to be reminded that there's always a rebirth, that there's always, that something has to fall in order for us to rebuild. So the tower, and I like this image of the tower a lot. There's like a little squirrel looking up and seeing the lightning. This card is also called the lightning. And it creates, it's destruction, right? But look at, we have all of the butterflies there reminding us that this is a moment of transformation, but that there is kind of a big impact. So there might be something happening in your life right now that is causing a major change. And it might be something that has been happening for a while, but something is coming to kind of like make it happen. So what is happening in your life right now, or what could happen? What could you proactively do to create this change in your life, to create this major shift? It's reminding me, I don't know if you guys heard, but in Cuba, they had a lightning strike at one of the power plants in Matanzas. And so it exploded one of the power plants that I think had like 8 or so facilities on it that have, I guess, continued to explode. And many people have died and some people are missing. And anyway, so it just, for some reason, I'm thinking about that with the lightning strike, since that's what caused it. But just that sort of major turn of events that nature sometimes comes in to clean house, like a forest fire, for example, oftentimes is caused by lightning. And we feel like it's such destruction. But when we look back at what happens to a forest after a forest fire, that the remains of the fire actually creates a very potent, nutrient dense, nutrient rich environment for new growth to happen. And so the tower is reminding us that that something has to end for something else to begin, and that we're ready for that transition. So let's just see what this has to say. It's card number 16, the Tower, which is 8 + 8. Sorry, Lionsgate, we've got 8/8 today. So sorry, I had to do the numerological connection there. So unexpected change, chaos, the rug pulled from beneath your feet, beliefs changed, new awareness and perspectives, destruction, being aware of who you are. And then life becoming stale, refusing to change, fear of the unknown, avoiding disaster and denial. That's like the shadow side of this card. So, whoa, buckle up and expect the unexpected, which can sometimes be a good thing, by the way. Sometimes we resist change to the point that the universe shifts in a destructive and chaotic way that fundamentally changes how we see our reality. There is a strange beauty in this deconstruction, as all of the elements for a better life will be found amongst the rubble. Use this moment to rebuild something foundational, something extraordinary. Trust that you will be held by the universe and you'll become stronger and more resilient as a result. Tower moments are powerful, moving, shifting, expanding. The tower energy in your life marks a period when you get to reevaluate, redirect, reestablish, and realign. It's magic in the disguise of unpredictability. The brightest of lights will pierce through the pandemonium of the change that you are experiencing, and you will find your beautiful truth and blazing potential in the darkness of the tower. And then the affirmation is, in chaos, I move toward the brightest light. And I really love that because we have to be reminded that that the light is there to resolve the darkness, and that without the darkness, we wouldn't have the light. And that in the darkness, without the cracks, without us breaking, the light can't come through. So I hope for you a swift and speedy renewal, and to remind you that this is an opportunity to prepare and build a stronger foundation from that which is falling, and to look at it in that way as opposed to only looking at the destruction, so to speak. So don't focus on what has happened, focus on how to rebuild and how to improve the situation. And therefore you will up level and get the most out of the experience. Okay, because everything happens and it all depends on how we look at it as to what we get out of it. So if we're looking at why did it happen to me, then we'll pretty much feel sorry for ourselves and not be able to use it for its best. But if we look at it as what is it here to teach me? What is the lesson that I can learn from this? Then we can actually be very productive in the rebuilding and regenerating of the soil and the nutrients so that regrowth can happen in a very stable and healthy way. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this reading today. I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you, and I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.